Good evening and welcome back to the channel. Good evening. It's been a minute, I am aware. I have been busy with work and I've also been ill again, so there's not been an awful lot to actually document with regards to training, because I haven't really done any for probably a good 3-4 weeks. Like, I've done bits and bobs, but nothing, definitely not on the plan. I've really struggled with my PMDD this month, and I was unwell for kind of 3 or 4 weeks. I was well again for about 4 days and then ill again, and I'm just getting rid of that now, which is extremely frustrating. But it is Saturday, it is the 28th of December, and my alarm is set for 5 a.m. because tomorrow we are driving to Scotland. So we're heading right up north to Inverness to see my cousin and her family and spend New Year with them, which I'm really excited about. And it's going to be a great opportunity to get stuck right back into training in the outdoors, taking Lily for runs on the forest trails, and I will show you my new purchase and getting all of that sorted, which is also really exciting because I haven't even had a chance to play with it because I've just not been well, and when I've not been at work, I've been trying to rest to try and get rid of this cold, and yeah, it's just been a bit of a pain. So stick around, take a look at the new toy, and come with us on a road trip to Inverness for a week of chilling out, not being at work, and getting stuck back into some proper training. Good morning. It is 9:24 on Sunday morning. Up at 5. And actually got away not too bad for me, because I'm terrible. Packed most of the car yesterday, but still had bikes to attach to the back. There's 2 bikes at the back, 1 bike in the back, 1 bike in the back, 2 strapped onto the back. Lily is not so pleased because she doesn't have an awful lot of room. But we're surviving, we're coping, it'll be fine. So we've just stopped. We are 2 hours in, I think. Anyone that knows me, who has travelled with me, this will hopefully be our only stop. But not always the case. Just had Lily out for a good jump about and run a bit, so we'll take her for a really good walk when we get there. And yeah, still very excited, although could have done with a bit more of a lie-in, but I don't care. Just gonna go and have such a nice time. And yeah, got to run first thing tomorrow. Good afternoon. So got a gorgeous run in this morning, 6 kilometers I think around the trails. I just wanted to run for like an hour, and Fiona came with and took me all around the bike trails just near the house, and Lily, and it was wonderful. Actually, it was just what I needed. I'll put the Garmin stats here of the map through the woods, and yeah, as you can see in the previous clips, just had a lovely time. Christmas Day, so a bit of a kind of update. I've really struggled for the last couple of weeks with illness, motivation, not being able to get back into the flow of things, so I have flipped up the training a little bit and using this kind of getaway as a really nice reset and just to do what I love doing, and on my time scale and on my time frame. Since we're out with the dog and she's waiting up here like, excuse me, what's up? She is loving these walks, just being off the lead, charging around. It's good fun.
yeah, using it as a bit of a reset. I did a park run. I will actually put a picture here because I don't think I mentioned it. On Christmas Day with Lily. It was the first time she'd ever done a park run. And I forgot how much I love trail running. And I realised after Austria, if you haven't watched that video and don't have a clue what I'm talking about, go and check it out. A few months ago now. After Austria, I really struggled to A, run, and B, stopped kind of trail running for a while. I stopped running for a little while because I feel like I was just a bit traumatised. I trained really hard for that race and it did not go to plan. So I gave myself some time off and a bit of grace period from running. But then I think after that, I had the half marathon booked, which was road. So then I went straight into a road half marathon training plan with Runner App, using Runner App. So it was all road running. So I haven't actually run the trails for a long time. We've been hiking a bit with Lily and that kind of thing, but not actual trail running. So Christmas Day, I decided to choose the Lancaster Park Run, which is a really hilly, really muddy version of a park run, as opposed to the Morecambe Park Run, which is along the promenade, really flat, obviously a promenade run. So we chose to do that one, and I remembered how much I love trail running. And it was so good just to smile. I mean, I can still feel myself that I'm ill, which isn't great, and still felt this morning that I was ill, so it wasn't great. But just having a nice time, and it was so good to have some company and chatting away the whole way round, and Lily just charging around having the best time, which is why we have a little adventure puppy. So yeah, it was really good. She's just going to dig a hole for a minute. So we've just been out for the afternoon, getting some lunch and doing a bit of charity shopping. So I've just got back and she needed to be out of her crate and for a walk, so I'm going to go back now and build the new toy. But first I will put a clip in of unpacking said toy.
What's in the box? What's in the box? I mean, to be fair, pretty obvious.
Come on.
Good morning and Happy New Year. So it's been a day. As you can see, bought a new bike, got it unpacked and stuff. I actually haven't ridden it at all until yesterday because I bought it kind of reluctantly, but my bike wasn't going to get me around the Ironman, and renting a bike seemed like a faff, and I just bit the bullet, to be honest. And I'm glad I did, because I've actually been really looking forward to getting back on the bike. But I then got ill, so I couldn't ride, and then I knew I was coming up to Scotland for New Year, and my cousin and her partner both ride bikes, and they helped me buy the bike. So I just thought, oh, by the time I've put everything on it and pedals and things, it's going to be harder to pack. Anyway, we're in Scotland. It's New Year. I had a lovely evening, chilling. Went to a party, not for an awful long time, but just with the boys. Played around for a bit with the boys and the dog, and then we came home, and then the party animals went back to the party for a bit, but back for the bells, just in time for the bells. So it was really nice, really chilled out. I'll put a picture of here of how chilled out, actually. And I did actually go out on the bike yesterday for probably half an hour or something, which was awesome. Used, I don't even know, what do you call them? Cleats? I don't know. I had new shoes. Put the new shoes in, and it wasn't anywhere near as scary as people kind of say when they first use clippy-in pedals. I mean, it's going to hurt when I fall off, but falling off is inevitable. I do not ride bikes. But it was nice and meant that I could figure out kind of what's going right and wrong and positioning and stuff. So today I'm gonna ask Joe to have a look at my bike and just make sure everything's tight, everything's sorted. On today's agenda this morning, I'm going to go for a run. I think the dog is actually still in bed because she also had a late night. So I'm going to get a coffee and go for a run in the snow, which is incredible. I love it here. I really do. I don't know what that mark is on the wall. I think it's the light. Because there's not actually a mark on the wall. So, yeah, I'm going to go for a run this morning. Probably the same as we did the other day. Just through the woods in the snow. And then I've got to fix my car because there has been a lot of rain. And yesterday we went into city and pulled over. I can't remember why I pulled over. I think one of the boys wanted to pee. When I say boys, I mean small children, not grown-ups. I think one of them wanted to pee, and then somebody spotted the car, so we managed to put a bungee cord underneath it, and it lasted yesterday. But the floods are a lot, like they're really high, so I think it's just caught the underneath. So I bought a packet of cable ties. It's going to be fine. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to go downstairs, get a coffee, go for a run once the dog wakes up, and I'll see if I can get some footage of that. Another awesome run this morning and another reminder of how much I love trail running, which has been great. So this week was kind of to be used as a reset week, like I mentioned, and just reignite that kind of love for exercise again. Not that I've not stopped loving it, I've just really struggled with motivation. I think that's just genuinely it's just down to being ill quite a lot, and tired a lot, and just not enough hours in the day. So yeah, lovely run. I had an amazing New Year's Day breakfast, and then I fixed the car, and we were all going to go out on the bikes, but actually the family here just went out. And I just chilled out a little bit more once I'd finished fixing the car. Chilled out a bit, played with the dog in the garden, and we're going to have an afternoon of sitting in front of the telly, because my auntie is absolutely distraught that I've never watched Mary Poppins, and it just so happens that it's on iPlayer. So we're going to go and sit and do that, I think. Fix my bike up some more, and an early night after last night, because I think we're all a little bit tired. Service the bike a bit, and then I think tomorrow we're going to try and watch the local shinty match. We are driving back home, so it kind of depends what time. I think they call it a throw up, not a kick off. So you're not kicking a ball, I guess. We've never watched a shinty match before, so we might go and do that. And then when we get home, I go straight into 3 night shifts, but we're doing a gym session on Friday morning, so I'll try and get a bit of footage of that. And then going forward, I've rewritten my whole plan, so I'm not doing chunks of swim, then chunks of bike, etc. So as of kind of Monday, it's 2 gym sessions, 2 swim sessions, 2 bike sessions, 2 runs, and 3 long days at work every kind of 8 days. Because I realised, stupidly, I don't have to fit everything in 7 days, and I couldn't because I had to do 4 sessions and 3 long days at work, plus a rest day, and there's just not enough days actually for that. So yeah, it'll be 1 hard swim, like thresholdy swim session fast, and 1 long swim.
And the same for the bike and the run. For the next few weeks, I've put in like every 3 or 4 weeks a deload week to rest up. One of those weeks is actually going to be covered with a holiday to Mallorca, so that'll be awesome. And then I've got a 12-week kind of advanced plan that I've adjusted from plans because I don't have a coach. I'm not paying for a coach. Just gonna see what we can do. So yeah, really looking forward to getting back involved and to getting on it now, because I'm gonna have a look as well. I think Fiona mentioned a trail, like a mountain bike app, because we've been running on the bike trails, which has been so good. So I'm gonna have a look for some local ones around me and go and run them, I think, for my runs, especially my long runs and stuff, and take the dog, because she's been coping just fine with an hour, hour 10, hour 15. Because a lot of the problem as well is I go and do the run, then I have to get back, or I do the exercise, or I do the work, and then I've got to get back, and the dog needs a walk like 2-3 times a day, which takes another 3 or 4 hours out of the day. So it all builds up to running out of all the time. But we'll get there. The days are getting lighter in the mornings, and that's the main thing. So yeah, a good day all round, and I'll probably see you at my gym session. I'm going to finish the vlog here on a very snowy, rather beautiful Sunday morning in the middle of my night shifts. But before I completely check out, I'm going to put a cutaway of my plan and kind of talk you through what I'm planning on doing and how I'm going to approach the training from now on. So as you can see, this is the week beginning the 6th, so I will finish my night shifts on Monday morning. And I've deliberately put the easy swim on the same day as I finish work, because technically I have been at work for 8 hours, had some sleep, will have to walk the dog, so then a nice easy swim. And then kind of fitted in around my long days at work. I've deliberately put my gym sessions before work, and this is because I suffer quite bad with DOMs, because I'm doing some big powerlifting in there, and thought that would be the most appropriate, because I'm not then compromising my sessions, which you can see at the bottom is 2 of each, like I explained earlier. And then just put things in around it, so running with my neighbour, going to see Coach Dave, and see how this goes. I have put a run session in after work on the Wednesday. I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but we'll try, and if it does, then that's great. It will be on the treadmill, 20-30 minutes, especially in this weather. So yeah, hopefully that gives you a bit of an insight. And that's that. Yeah, I love snow and I'm all for a snow day. However, what you don't want after 12 hours at work is a snow-covered car. And albeit I love my trainers, my work shoes, my lighting is terrible, I love my work shoes, Swedish they may be, they are not designed for walking in the snow. So I now have very, very cold feet, and I've got to de-snow my car and try and get myself home, which apparently they've not done a great job of gritting. Shock. We're in the UK and we can't cope with snow. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Hopefully I've given a bit of explanation and had a bit of an insight into my New Year's holidays, trip to Scotland, reigniting that fire for the Ironman and getting into robot mode, ready for 2025. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. Take care.